Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. What if the best years of your life are still ahead of you? Too many people believe that after 70, life starts slowing down. They think the best moments are behind them. That's a lie. The truth, this is your time to live. But to truly feel that peace, that non-stoppable energy, you need to let go of the things weighing you down. Regret is like carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones from the past. Each mistake, each missed opportunity, and each moment of disappointment adds weight that slows you down. But here's the truth: no amount of guilt or wishing can rewrite what has already happened. The past is unchangeable, but your present and future are still in your hands. The more you dwell on what could have been, the more you rob yourself of the joy and possibilities that exist right now. Every experience, even the painful ones, has shaped you into the person you are today. You have learned, grown, and overcome so much. Instead of regretting the past, see it as a teacher. Mistakes were never meant to define you. They were meant to guide you. The only real failure is staying stuck in self-blame rather than using those experiences to build wisdom and strength. The moment you shift your mindset from regret to learning, you reclaim your power. Living in regret means you're constantly looking backward instead of embracing the beauty of the present. Think about how much time is wasted replaying old scenarios in your mind. What if you redirected that energy toward making today the best it can be? Right now, in this moment, you have the ability to create new memories, nurture relationships, and pursue passions that excite you. The best way to make peace with the past is to start living fully in the present. Forgiving yourself is one of the greatest acts of self-liberation. You would never hold someone you love hostage to their past mistakes, so why do it to yourself? Letting go of regret doesn't mean forgetting, it means refusing to let it control you. When you finally release that weight, you make space for happiness, love, and fulfillment to enter your life. Some people bring light into your life while others seem to drain it from you. Toxic relationships, whether they come in the form of friends, family members, or acquaintances, can exhaust your energy, dim your spirit, and leave you feeling emotionally depleted. These are the people who constantly complain, manipulate, or bring negativity into every conversation. No matter how much effort you put into making things better, they always find a way to pull you down. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward freeing yourself. Holding on to relationships out of guilt, obligation, or fear of being alone only creates more suffering. If someone constantly criticizes, belittles, or takes advantage of your kindness, it's time to step back. If a healthy relationship should feel uplifting, supportive, and respectful, you should never have to shrink yourself or walk on eggshells to keep someone else comfortable. Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. Surrounding yourself with positive, loving, and inspiring people will allow you to thrive. Letting go of toxic relationships doesn't mean you wish harm on anyone. It simply means you are choosing to prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. And sometimes that means limiting your time with those who drain you. Distance doesn't have to be dramatic or filled with conflict. It can be a quiet decision to invest your energy in relationships that bring you joy instead of stress. The people in your life should add to your happiness, not take away from it. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. Do you feel inspired and uplifted? Or do you feel exhausted and unworthy? Your time and energy are precious, and they should be spent with those who truly care about you, respect you, and encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Your surroundings have a powerful impact on your state of mind. When your home is filled with clutter, old clothes, unused gadgets, stacks of papers, and items you no longer need, it creates mental chaos. Every object holds energy, and when there's too much around you, it can feel overwhelming. The more clutter you have, the more distractions exist in your environment, making it harder to relax, focus, and feel at peace. Clearing out what no longer serves you is like lifting a weight off your shoulders, creating space for clarity and calm. Many of the things people hold on to are tied to memories, emotions, or fear of letting go. Some objects may remind you of the past, while others sit untouched because of the thought, what if I need this someday? The reality is that holding on to excess items doesn't add value to life. It only takes up space and creates unnecessary stress. Letting go doesn't mean discarding everything. It means making conscious choices about what truly matters. Keeping only the things that bring joy, purpose, or function allows you to create an environment that feels light and refreshing. A clutter-free space leads to a clutter-free mind. When your home is organized and free of unnecessary items, you feel a sense of ease. Decision-making becomes easier, stress levels decrease, and daily life feels more intentional. With fewer distractions around, you can focus on the things that bring you happiness, whether it's spending time with loved ones, engaging in hobbies, or simply enjoying the peace of a tidy, welcoming home. Simplifying your space is not just about cleaning, it's about designing a life that aligns with what truly fulfills you. Clearing out physical clutter also creates room for emotional and mental freedom. There is a deep sense of relief that comes from knowing everything you own serves a purpose. The process of decluttering is an act of self-care, a way of saying that your well-being is more important than holding on to things that no longer add value. With each item released, you make space for new experiences, new opportunities, and a lighter, more peaceful way of living. Self-doubt is like a constant whisper in the back of your mind, making you question your abilities, your decisions, and even your worth. It convinces you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. But that voice is not the truth. It is a collection of past fears, external criticisms, and comparisons that have built up over time. Every time you listen to it, you give it more power, allowing it to hold you back from fully embracing who you are and what you have to offer. A lifetime of experiences has shaped you into someone strong, wise, and capable. You have overcome challenges, learned from mistakes, and grown in ways you never thought possible. If you take a step back and truly look at everything you have accomplished, you'll see the evidence of your strength. Confidence isn't something you wait to feel, it's something you choose by acknowledging your own worth. Doubt will always try to creep in, but it loses its grip the moment you decide to trust yourself. Every time you second-guess yourself, remind yourself of all the times you figured things out, even when you were unsure. Think about the people who have turned to you for advice, the moments when your resilience shined through, and the skills you've developed over the years. Your worth has never been in question. It's only been buried under hesitation and fear. The only way to build confidence is to act despite the doubt, to step forward even when uncertainty lingers. No one else gets to define what you are capable of. The only limitations that truly exist are the ones you allow to take root in your mind. Imagine how much freer, lighter, and more fulfilled life would feel if you stopped doubting yourself and started believing in the person you've worked so hard to become. The moment you stop questioning your worth, you begin to live with the confidence and certainty that you've always deserved. Negativity is a habit that quietly seeps into daily life, shaping thoughts, emotions, and even physical well-being. It often begins with small complaints, frustrations about the weather, minor inconveniences, or disappointments in people's actions. Over time, these complaints build into a mindset where problems seem to outweigh the good. The more attention given to what's wrong, the more the mind seeks out reasons to confirm those negative beliefs. This cycle doesn't just steal joy, it creates unnecessary stress, anxiety, and frustration. Gratitude is the antidote to negativity. When the focus shifts to what is good, even the smallest moments become sources of joy. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, a conversation with a loved one, the simple act of breathing in fresh air, these are all things worth appreciating. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's struggles. It's about choosing to see the beauty and possibility that exist alongside them. The mind cannot be consumed by both negativity and gratitude at the same time, so making the conscious choice to embrace gratitude rewires the brain to seek out positivity. Complaining often feels like a release, but in reality, it reinforces dissatisfaction. Speaking about problems without seeking solutions only deepens frustration. Instead of dwelling on what isn't working, shifting focus to what can be improved leads to a sense of empowerment. Words carry energy, and the more they revolve around solutions, progress, and appreciation, the more they shape a life that feels fulfilling. Every time a complaint arises, replacing it with a thought of gratitude or a step toward change transforms the entire outlook on life. The way life is experienced is largely determined by perspective. A person who constantly finds faults will always see reasons to be unhappy, while someone who actively chooses to appreciate the present moment will uncover joy even in ordinary experiences. Happiness isn't something that happens by chance, it is built through intentional focus on the good. By letting go of negativity and embracing gratitude, every day becomes an opportunity to experience life with renewed energy and purpose. Unhealthy habits don't always appear harmful at first. They start as small, comfortable routines, skipping exercise, reaching for processed foods, neglecting sleep, or spending too much time in front of screens. Over time, these habits become ingrained, making it harder to break free from patterns that drain energy and impact overall well-being. The body and mind are deeply connected, and when one suffers, the other follows. The choices made each day determine how much strength, vitality, and clarity are available to fully enjoy life. Prioritizing well-being doesn't mean drastic changes overnight. It starts with small, intentional decisions that gradually build momentum. Choosing whole, nourishing foods fuels the body with energy, while movement strengthens muscles and keeps joints flexible. Quality sleep restores the mind, and mindful breathing reduces stress. Each positive choice, no matter how small, creates a ripple effect, making the next decision easier. The key is consistency, doing a little better each day rather than chasing perfection. Breaking free from unhealthy habits requires shifting the mindset from restriction to empowerment. Instead of focusing on what needs to be eliminated, focusing on what can be gained makes the process feel rewarding. Drinking more water brings hydration and mental clarity. Stretching in the morning increases flexibility and circulation, and limiting processed sugar leads to stable energy levels. When these shifts become part of daily life, they no longer feel like sacrifices, but rather acts of self-care and self-respect. Every decision is an opportunity to choose vitality over stagnation. The body is incredibly resilient, capable of healing and thriving when given the right care. Developing healthier habits isn't about following strict rules or feeling deprived. It's about creating a lifestyle that allows for greater freedom, ease, and longevity. Taking responsibility for well-being is one of the greatest gifts to both the present self and the future self, allowing for a life that is lived with more strength, clarity, and joy. Fear of change is one of the biggest obstacles to growth and fulfillment. The comfort of the familiar creates a sense of security, making it easy to stay in routines, relationships, and environments that feel safe even when they no longer serve a greater purpose. Change, however, is inevitable. Resisting it only leads to frustration, stagnation, and missed opportunities. The mind often imagines the worst-case scenarios, creating fear of the unknown, but in reality, change is often the doorway to something better, something more fulfilling, and something that brings newfound joy. Embracing change requires shifting perspective from fear to possibility. Every major milestone in life, new relationships, career moves, personal achievements has come from stepping into the unknown. The greatest memories, the most rewarding experiences, and the deepest personal growth happen when there is a willingness to explore what lies beyond comfort. Instead of asking, what if things go wrong? Ask, what if this leads to something incredible? Reframing uncertainty as an opportunity rather than a threat allows life to expand in ways that would never happen by staying in the same place. New experiences bring energy, excitement, and fresh perspectives. Whether it's traveling to a new place, learning a new skill, meeting new people, or simply changing daily routines, every step outside of the usual creates an opportunity for discovery. The more change is embraced, the more adaptable and resilient the mind becomes. Flexibility and openness lead to a deeper appreciation for life because they allow for continuous learning, growth, and the ability to see the world with fresh eyes. The fear of change is often rooted in the belief that things are safer as they are, but the greatest danger lies in staying stuck. Life is meant to be explored, experienced, and enjoyed to its fullest. Holding on to what is familiar may feel comfortable, but stepping into something new is where transformation happens. The more risks taken, the more confidence is built, proving time and time again that change is not something to fear, but something to welcome with open arms. Holding on to grudges and resentment is like carrying a heavy weight that only grows heavier with time. Anger and bitterness may feel justified, especially when someone has caused deep hurt. But in the end, these emotions do more harm to the one holding them than to anyone else. Resentment doesn't punish the person who caused the pain. It only keeps the wound open, preventing healing and peace. Every moment spent dwelling on past wrongs is a moment taken away from living fully in the present. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior or pretending that pain never happened. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional burden that resentment creates. Letting go does not mean reconciling with those who have hurt you or allowing toxic people back into your life. It simply means making a conscious choice to no longer let past pain dictate your happiness. Forgiveness is for your own peace of mind, a gift you give yourself to move forward without being tied to negative emotions. Resentment often stems from the belief that things should have happened differently, that justice should have been served, or that an apology should have been given. But waiting for closure from others is a trap that keeps emotional wounds open. True closure comes from within, from deciding that your happiness is more important than holding on to anger. Releasing grudges allows space for joy, love, and new experiences that would otherwise be clouded by negativity. Life is too short to waste on people and situations that no longer serve you. The more energy you invest in grudges, the less you have for the things that truly bring fulfillment and happiness. Let go, not for them, but for yourself from the past, and step into the life you deserve, one that is peaceful, joyful, and completely yours to create.